It's your boy Jose from Big Meat Sports. How are you guys doing on this lovely, lovely weekend? In a few days or a couple days, it will be Father's Day. And I just want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, including my own Jose Santiago Sr. Love you, Pops. You're my hero. I just want to, give a shout out to you guys and shout out to all the fathers that work hard and uh be a part of the kid's life and you just don't know how much that means to the kids. And I love being a father. I love being a father. I love seeing my beautiful daughter Stella look up to me and so on and so forth. So just want to say happy Father's Day to everybody out there, all the fathers out there. So we are going to start this episode and we're going to talk about the Miami Heat. Probably not going to get into any Dallas Cowboys stuff because we're just going to keep this as a NBA podcast. But yes, okay. Uh, Miami Heat in the finals, lost to the Denver Nuggets, which was the better team. Let's just put it this way. Um, and it just to me, you couldn't stop the Jokic and Murray pick and roll. They were on fire since the start of the playoffs, and they kept it that way in the NBA Finals. Jokic is very, very a skilled big man. Should have won. Should have won the MVP. But they gave it to Embiid this year. I guess they just wanted spread the love around. But this guy is the ultimate. I don't know how you can stop him. He can score at will. His passing, his knowledge of the game, knowing where everybody's supposed to be, setting up his teammates is just like it's it was hard. And I thought we could win more games, probably two, maybe three. But they were just, Miami Heat just ran out of gas. And I would say it was as a Heat fan, I can't be upset, mad because none of us Heat fans watching the season unfold how it did, even the playing game, we didn't see this coming. And to be quite honest, it was a surprise that we can reach the finals. And it was just a historical run as an 8 seed getting all the way to the NBA finals. And I loved every second of it of this playoffs. Now, I just think that again, we when we got into the NBA finals, I just think that we ran out of gas and we ran into a very, very good Nuggets team that was playing very, very on a high level. Um, and this Nuggets team was long, lanky. They took advantage of mismatches. We made Aaron Gordon look like the all-star caliber Aaron Gordon back in his Orlando Magic days. Um, and this is where I saw the injury, and I know that Jimmy Butler was injured, and he's not going to admit it because that's a competitor that he is. He's not going to admit it that he was injured, but he was. And I see that we have a comment here, and you know we got out rebounded and muscled, and yes, we did. I'm not gonna lie, we did. They're just too big for us, and when we did have somebody, go in there like a Cody Zeller, oh my god, this guy has to be the worst backup center in the world. I felt like we had to play Bam so many minutes because of Cody Zeller and his just being lost out there. It was crazy that the last game Cody Zeller was in there for not even for a minute, or I think it was probably game time was a minute and a half, and he gave up 5 points. He was just so lost on defense, so slow. And look, Cody Zeller, thank you for being a backup. It was just a series not for you because they're just man, it was bad for Cody Zeller. But going back to the Jimmy Butler injury, man, Josh Hart, I swear, bro, you ruined a fun series for the NBA Finals from injuring Jimmy Butler, and I believe it was the first or second game of that New York Knicks series, and he never looked the same. Jimmy Butler never looked the same after that injury. And when you saw when they broke away in the NBA finals and they showed Jimmy Butler just, during practice or during shoot around and he's in like sandals and you saw that golf ball size, you know, injury, swelling on his ankle. And look, I love Jimmy Butler and I thank him for giving his all, man. He went out there, laid it all on the line, and I can't fault him for that. I just wish he was healthy. Maybe it was be different series. Maybe we come away with 3 games. Hey, maybe we you never know. We would have won the finals. But it was just you could see he had no lift. His defense wasn't the same. It was never the same energy. We didn't get that Jimmy Butler game that we got in almost every series before the NBA Finals. Because if you really look at it, the Jimmy Butler game from Milwaukee, the 56 points, the Jimmy Butler game, the first game of New York, um, you know, the Jimmy Butler game versus Boston, where Grant Williams wanted to talk trash to Jimmy Butler, and then he went on there and then scored like a same amount of points in a short time frame period in the fourth quarter. We never got that, and I think he kind of re-injured it possibly in the series or in late in the game 7 in the Boston series. But man, oh man, it sucks because it's like, what if, what if Jimmy Butler was healthy? But my thing is, when you go back to looking how the series, rounded out, it was a good statement that was said on a broadcast on the ESPN broadcast where it was saying that Miami was relying way too much on their role players to perform at a high level in the NBA Finals. Bam did his thing. And I for all the Bam haters out there, I you can go back and look at this NBA Finals and see how Bam was consistently our best player on the court. So for you Bam haters out there, he ain't going anywhere. He's staying right where he's at, and he's the face of our franchise. Him and Jimmy Butler are face of our franchise right now. We just have to get people around them. We need, I do, I do think we're missing one more, and I would love one more superstar shooter if it comes in the form of Dame Lillard or Bradley Beal. I would love it. But let's go back to if this series would have had some other people like Tyler Hero, for example. I don't think that Tyler Hero makes a big difference in this series because it's not like Tyler Hero is Bam size and tall. Tyler Hero gets picked on a defensive side. Yes, he could score points, but at what cost? He might foul out. He might be in foul trouble. So if a healthy Tyler Hero's in there, I really don't think that it makes that big of a difference. You know what I'm saying? And with Tyler Hero being out versus basically damn near the whole playoffs, you saw the emergence of Gabe Vincent, Max Struess, which was always, he was up and down, but mostly he was consistent until we got to the NBA Finals. Um, Caleb Martin. Look, if Tyler Hero doesn't get hurt, we don't talk about Caleb Martin how we're talking about him now. We're talking about Caleb Martin right now as being, we need to re-sign him because he's very athletic. Uh, you know, he's been working on a shot and he basically took care of Boston Celtics himself. It was like his breakout series. He didn't really get his footing during the NBA Finals. I think it was just matchup problems, and he didn't know when to turn on. And I get it; it's his first, NBA Finals, and so he's looking to, he doesn't want to overshoot. But there's times that you saw where he was taking over, scored, a quick 8 points, and then you didn't hear of him again. Maybe that changes around the summer, working around, getting him more involved in offense. But I do think that we need somebody else in here. And I want to know who you guys rather have. Are you more of a Damian Lillard and have a solidified point guard? Get rid of Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and get Dame Dalla, or would you go for Bradley Beal? Now, I mean, I'm always torn around this question these past few days. It's Damian Lillard. We know what he brings now, and the other thing is, does Damian Lillard want to leave Portland? He's been saying it numerous of times that he wants to stay in Portland. I think his mind has starting to change a little bit because probably management and so on and so forth. But if he does request a trade, I, I I'm loving Damian Lillard. I would rather have Damian Lillard over Bradley Beal because I know I'm getting in the playoffs. We've seen Dame Dollar in the playoffs. But I won't be mad at Bradley Beal because Bradley Beal is a scorer. And I do believe he fits in well with our system. But it's just not that those two that we're just going after. We need to get more big support. And there's a name that's, not a lot of people are talking about. And it just recently broke that the Dallas Mavericks have been, are willing to shop him is Christian Wood, the center, power forward, wherever you want to put him. I think that he would be really an asset to this team and help this team go to the next level because he's tall, lanky. He can play center, he can play a power forward, somebody that can, get down in the box, post up, has a post up game, can do the pick and roll, and can shoot the three. He's basically almost everything what Bam is, and Bam might be, I think Bam's more athletic and can cover on defensive side, but he gives you the option as a 3-point shooter also. And he's not that old. I see I see people go out there and put Brooke Lopez and I don't Brick Lopez is just too slow, too he's a like he gives me one of those every time I see him. And I just don't I think he's just always lost and he's just the beneficiary of Giannis playing on his team. That's why his name has been floating out there. If he was on another team, he's probably out of the league by now. But I do think that Christian Wood would be a good asset. Now, is it Damian Lillard and Christian Wood? I would love that. Is it Bradley Beal and Christian Wood? Oh crap. And then you got Gabe Vincent as your point guard. Oh, And I don't know if these trades and people are gonna go after Gabe Vincent. People are gonna go after Struess. Miami has a lot to think about this offseason because we don't know who they're gonna retain because a lot of people made a lot of money during these playoffs, and it's gonna be exciting to see what players does Pat Riley bring in to this organization during the summer. And we're gonna see because Jimmy Butler is not getting any younger. Bam is still in his prime, but we're worried about Jimmy Butler taking us, to the promised land. And we've been consistently either in the Eastern Conference Finals or the finals the past 4 years. And I do think that we need to make big moves and pull all of our chips in and try to get that third scorer to help us out in the playoffs. And you've seen it. You've seen it the past couple seasons that when we get late into the playoffs and we need a third scorer, we don't have that one on a consistent basis. Yes, we do have good role players at Gabe Vincent, and Gabe was always in foul trouble during this NBA Finals because of the size matchup. But man, we just need a third scorer, and I can't wait. And I'm gonna end this podcast on this. Okay. There's a lot of chatter from the Boston Celtics fans about Miami Heat didn't deserve to be in the finals and so on and so forth. And talking trash and how we only won one game when they won two games and how they're still the better team. How are you guys the better team when you had the chance? You had the chance to beat us and you didn't. And don't give me that Tatum was injured game 7. Oh, he hurt his ankle in the first, 12 seconds of the game and he was never the same and that's why you guys won. Tell me what happened to Jason Tatum the first 3 games. The first 3 games that we won. And let's not talk about your boy Jaylen Brown that can't even dribble to his left. So let's not bring up you guys and let us have our glory and want you to celebrate us being in the finals because then and wanting us to be win the NBA finals so you guys can say, "Hey, look, we lost to the champions." But no, 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 no. You guys want to talk trash, say, "Oh, he's not Jimmy Butler," still think Tatum's a man, so on and so forth. Come on now. It was just frustrating. And that's why you go on Twitter, you go on all these other, major platforms. Miami Heat fans were talking trash all these NBA finals, the whole NBA finals, they were talking trash to Celtic fans. Because we're not talking trash to Denver fans because Denver fans, man, I'm happy for Denver fans. I've never seen one like bad comment, and I probably saw one or two, but it's not as frequent as a trash talking from Boston fans. Denver fans were actually like nice, and it was a pleasure to see, and how they talked about in the broadcast how this NBA Finals was a pleasure to watch because you didn't have complainers. Jason Tatum getting injured, or fouled, and oh my god, and crying to the refs and stuff like that. Jaylen Brown, same thing. Horford, you name it, Grant Williams, all those Boston Celtics players, but you didn't see that versus Denver. And Denver, they'll complain for like 2 seconds, but they'll go back and keep on playing. You didn't see that with the Denver Nuggets, and it was a pleasure. I don't think there was one technical foul in this whole NBA Finals. I think a couple, should have been one. I mean, when Jokic threw the elbow to Bam, and I believe Lowry. I think it was on Game 5, but that's on another story. But they played the right way, and their fans talk crap the right way. I'm just, I just don't get Boston Celtic fans talking crap how they talk crap when you lost to us. You lost to us. And now you guys have major issues on this offseason because you're gonna try to get players to beat us. But I have the faith of Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, and his Heat organization to keep the gas or the foot on the pedal and keep this train rolling. Because I do think that hopefully in the next 2 years, the Miami Heat will win the NBA championship. And it all starts this offseason. So, you Boston Celtic fans, go back to eating your clam chowder and, talking trash about your own team and how Jaylen Brown sucks and worry about your own team and let us Miami Heat fans enjoy this Eastern Conference Finals championship, runner up to the NBA Finals. Let us enjoy that. And oh my God, you just don't know how frustrated I am with the Boston Celtics fan and the Knicks fans too. Man, it's like the only fans I probably didn't really hear from because we beat them was the Milwaukee Bucks. I think I heard a little bit chirping versus the Knicks series, but that's about it. You didn't hear from them again. Those Knicks and Celtic fans, damn, y'all don't have nothing to do up there up north. But that's all I got for today. Thank you for joining the podcast. Thank you for our listeners. You see how you comment, and I'm there to comment back. We're in those dog days of summer right now where there ain't nothing going on. So we might be doing a little bit more podcasts on our top some polls here and there and talk about some football because training camp is coming. But man, these dog days of summer, there's a lot of you people that bet. You ain't got nothing to bet on but baseball, and that's about it. Our WNBA. But it's bad. I saw somebody betting on skating because it is needed to place a bet and try to come back in the even column. But thank you guys for tuning in to Big Meat Sports. Please check us out on all major platforms. Please subscribe to all major platforms. Our YouTube page, our Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Check us out on our latest episodes. If you want to check us out on our past episodes, go ahead. But thank you guys always for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next episode.